Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Summer Convention exclusive Kylo Ren action figure that was available at San Diego Comiccon 2016 and Star Wars Celebration Europe. Here's just a look at the inside of the packaging so you can see the way the accessories and the figure are laid out. And here's a look at the inner flap, which has a little quote from Kylo from The Force Awakens in there. And before we open this up, here's just a quick look at the back, in case anyone wants to read what the little spiel on the back of the packaging says. You can pause that. I am so happy Hasbro made this figure, because I was really excited when Kmart had the exclusive Starkiller base figure, where it had like a little snow base, and it was Kylo Ren, but then he had his helmeted head. And I'm like, he doesn't wear a helmet when he's on the snow at the end of the movie. When are we going to get an unhelmeted Kylo? And now we finally do. And you know what? Looks pretty good. As far as like the likeness of Adam Driver goes, I mean, look at that little angry emo face. He's so upset. I think they did a really good job with his little pouty mouth and his little angry eyebrows and that little ridge in between his, like that little ridge of his brows there. They did a good job with that. Like his nose, his cheeks, his angry little pout mouth. Looks great. The mouth lines. Also, the sculpt of his hair, his swooping hair that goes over his ears. Looks really, really good. It's a basic brown paint job, but the hair does look well sculpted. I dig this. The rest of the figure, I mean, if you've seen the Kylo Ren figure, then you know what to expect. It's a cloth torso with, the sculpted little shawl on his plastic arms and legs, with the shoulder, the ball hinge shoulder joints, the swiveling elbow joints, the hinged wrist that swivels and goes up and down, and this one goes up and down as well, so neither of them are side to sides. There is a mid-torso cut. You get the full range of motion at the legs, the mid-thigh cut, double knee joint, and the swiveled hinging ankle joints. Nothing new there. I dig it. Here's a look at the back as far as the his little pseudo cape. Besides the new head, the other cool thing about this figure is all the fun little accessories it comes with. Like this First Order base with a little flag that plugs into it. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool as far as like a little cloth accessory goes. I think the First Order logo is printed really well in here, and I think this is a really cool kind of base / backdrop for the figure to have. What's also cool is this lightsaber. The original Kylo Ren figure had a hilt that was like empty with an attachable blade that kind of connected at 3 points, and it had these weird little electric connectors. This is just a pure lightsaber with the individual blades sculpted into the hilt, and I really dig that. I actually kind of prefer that. I think it looks much better, so I'm glad they did that. And then the figure also has the empty hilt in his hand, so you get both, which is great. It's how it should have been done to begin with. This looks way better. He also comes with his helmeted head, which is a fun little accessory to have if you want to have him hold it. You could actually swap the heads out if you wanted to, but what's really cool, the best thing about this set, the melted Vader helmet. This is the reason to get this. I think it looks phenomenal. It's got a little flat little surface there. You can kind of lay it down. He can hold it in his hands. But I think it looks kind of like how it did in the movie. Like they did a pretty good job with that as far as in a little toy form. You can see the dented in part there, the busted part of his little breathing section in the front. I think this looks really flippin' cool, and I'm really glad that Hasbro included this. This is awesome. Now here's the figure holding the empty hilt, and I just gotta say that I like the hilt on its own like that. It's pretty cool looking, but I will swap it out for the one that's all lit up. And overall, pretty happy with how this figure turned out. Now, this will be available later as part of the Black Series as an unmasked Kylo Ren figure, but the people at Hasbro told me it won't come with the little backdrop, and it will not come with the Vader helmet, and they're unsure if they're going to include the regular Kylo helmet or not. So if you want all these accessories, this was the way to get it if you're at those conventions. This figure on the whole does look pretty good. I like the fabric, which is something I rarely say, but I do like the texture to it. I think the sculpting of the back section here has a lot of good texture to it as well. So there's a lot of good work that went into this. I mean, I already like the regular Kylo figure, but just like the ribbing of his arms, the texturing of that little section on his belt, the little silver paint on it's pretty good. Like on the whole, this is a pretty well done figure, and it's got really, really great accessories. So as a fan of The Force Awakens, Awakens is a fan of Kylo Ren. I'm really happy that I have this in my collection. And if you're interested in getting it and you're hunting on eBay, I wish you the best of luck because I think it's a pretty cool figure for Kylo fans. Thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.